So let's explore both finance and consulting to see which is a better fit, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so here's how you're gonna do it. You wanna talk to people who are actually doing that job. So like we were talking about before, let's look for some Georgia Bulldogs from Terry, who can really sort of speak to what that's like. And so this time we're gonna do this alumni tool a little bit differently than what we were talking about before. We're just gonna focus on finding the perfect Bulldogs in your path, regardless of graduation year. So you say, I wanna be an investment banker. You plug that in. Let me search for finance. And what you're gonna see is, look at this. All the top firms, right? Wells Fargo, Truist, Morgan Stanley, EY, Synovus, Bank of America. Of all those firms, do any seem really appealing to you, all the way down to Citi?
Wells Fargo?
Ah, beautiful. And obviously it hires a ton of Bulldogs, which is awesome. So now, is there any area that you want to be in particular?
Not really.
Okay, so you're open geographically. Here are all these people. I'm going to pick Vincent because he's the VP of investment banking. So obviously the exact thing that you're excited about. And yep. My question is, if you want to strike up a conversation with Vincent to learn about his experience, which button would you click on the screen, Nikhil?
Message.
Message. Okay. So the first thing that LinkedIn says is, Nikhil, please hand over $100 for LinkedIn Premium. Well, what if I told you there was another button on the screen that would get you in touch with Vincent just as easily without paying LinkedIn a cent? So instead of doing message, we click connect, we add a note, and now look at this. We're reaching out to Vincent absolutely free. How are we going to strike up a conversation here?
Say that I'm really interested in his career trajectory, his career current job profile. So I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, so I love that. But hold on a second. Let me ask you a question, Nikhil. When you were growing up, what did your parents tell you about talking to strangers?
It's kind of a bad idea if you're a kid.
Yeah, if you're a kid. What do you think Vincent's parents told him about talking to strangers?
Same thing, I believe.
But what can you say in the first 5 words, Nikhil, that will prove that you're not a stranger? So what if we started with, I'm a fellow Bulldog, studying at Terry, right?
Yes.
And as such, I'm really interested in your career path and would love to learn more. Look at that. Those few little words take down Vincent's stranger force field that he's had for 30 years or longer. And now he's open to listening to you because you are a member of his same tribe. Now, Nikhil, I know you're not interested in marketing, but from your marketing classes, do you recall, what does every great marketing campaign end with? A call to action.
Call to action.
Basically, what do I want Vincent to say yes to? What's the next step? So in your last few characters, what are you going to ask him for? I know you must be incredibly busy, but any chance you have even 10 minutes for a quick Zoom chat, because I know he's over in North Carolina, and that would mean so much. And how does that feel, Nikhil? Just a couple of sentences, but that are focused on what you have in common and what you want to get out of your experience. How does that sound?
That's perfect.
I love that. And again, it's so simple, right? Doesn't have to be a 5-paragraph essay. It doesn't have to be a Shakespearean sonnet. Just here's what we share, and here's what I can learn from you and your expertise, which is catnip to any alum. Now, when you have your chat with Vincent, what are you going to ask him about, Nikhil, to discover if his path is the right one for you? What brought you here, right?
Yes.
Let's keep the focus on Vincent. Maybe what we'll say is, Vincent, just tell me, what do you do all day, right? Like, what does it even mean to be an iBanker, especially at Wells Fargo? And now he's going to tell you, hey, I spend all my day working with clients. I'm trying to figure out new deal structures. I'm looking for opportunities. You're getting a real sense of what it's like on the inside. And Nikhil, do you have a sense of what motivates you? Like, what makes you super happy in a job based on your past experience?
Customer satisfaction.
And so seeing your customers be really successful makes you happy.
Yes.
I love that. And that's what you're hunting for, right, Nikhil?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can find that more in iBanking than in consulting, or vice versa, now your path is clear, right? Instead of being in that 80% who has to quit their first job because it's such a bad fit for them, you're in that blessed 20% who's building a career that you can love.